Today we're going to do a little POV driving in the 2024 Toyota Tacoma to give you kind of a feeling as to what it's like. Maybe you're on the fence, can't decide if you want to get one or not, or you're just curious. So I'm going to put you on my head. We're going to go for a ride. Okay, first thing we're going to do is eliminate auto stop. And on the screen right over there, if you can see it, I'm not sure, is an indicator that it's turned off. Here's a quick look around the inside of the truck. Give you kind of a 360-degree angle, if you will. And then my view, of course, as the driver. So let's get going. We've eliminated auto stop. You guys can hear how the truck sounds. I'm sure you can probably hear the air blowing. Hopefully it's 90 degrees and humid, but it is a nice day. It's sunny outside, blue skies for half of it, I guess, partly cloudy, I suppose, but not too bad. Just what you're looking for down here in South Texas. Doing a little building over there, it looks like. They've been building up this area a heck of a lot lately. Anyway, this is the view. Let me pump the seat up a little bit. I still am hitting the seat lowerer or raiser button, not button, but lever, I guess, every time I get out of the truck or into the truck, so it lowers the seat. And it is my fault, but I would say I cannot be the only one. Toyota really should have maybe put that in a different spot, because you can't help but kind of sit over it or sit on it when you get in and out. Particularly, well, there's a Ford Ranger, particularly if you have a lifted truck like I do. You kind of slide right over that area, both when you get in and you get out. Here's the gauge cluster. Hopefully we're not getting too much light to block it out, but you can see there's the view for what I get of the radio screen, the center console area, of course my new phone holder device. I did order some smaller clamps, so we should be able to at least make that look a little bit better. Let's check some traffic here. Looks good. Now we're going to accelerate up to 55. That's the speed limit on this road. There you have it. We're beyond 55 actually. It's pretty quick. This truck is amazingly responsive, and the acceleration is by far better than what we've had in the past with the Gen 3s. I've even had people telling me that it's much better than some of the other generations, the 2s and the 1s. I have no doubt that it's better than the 1s for sure. The 2s, I believe, had the 4-liter engine, but designed more like a truck, I suppose. So lots of low-end power, but not much when it comes to acceleration and torque, I suppose. I don't know. It's been years since I've driven one, and honestly, I don't remember. It could be better. I'm not sure. Of course, the view out of the front, this is a 2024 TRD Sport, which means we have the hood scoop up there. It's not nearly as blocking as the other one was. It's a little bit more set into the hood. Of course, it's bigger, it's wider, and it definitely has more of a footprint in the hood than the old one did, but it sits more flush, if you will. with the hood than the old one did. Now, pay attention to the hood. I always like to point this out because people bring it up. The hood does flex. You can see it kind of bounce a little bit with the way that the lighting is on the hood. Is it a big deal? It's not a big deal to me, although I must admit, it is a little bit of a pet peeve. I don't think that you should be able to see the hood bouncing around when you're driving. Of course, I know it's a truck. It has a rather big hood compared to a passenger car, so there's more real estate. And it is aluminum, so it's lighter weight material, and of course, you're going to get more movement and flexing out of it than you would if it was solid steel, right? Again, not really a big deal to me, but something to point out in case you're, maybe in the market looking for the Tacoma and notice that on your test drive. Now, one thing I do want to point out, there are some mods done to this truck. Not really much on the inside at this point, but you'll notice this bank over here of buttons. That is the aux beam switch, something that I added to control different lighting features and things, which, by the way, I haven't added anything yet, but I'm going to. So you won't have that on your truck if you're wondering. Maybe you jump into a new one and you're wondering, where's that switch pad like I saw in the RobMotive video? It's an aftermarket piece. You won't have it. Of course, as I pointed out a couple of minutes ago, the phone holder over here, you're not going to have that. That's my little contraption. I'm sure I'll get a lot of flaming for having it set up the way that I do because of the clamp that's on there. Again, I will be changing that. And lastly, something you can't see is a little rubber stopper. In essence, it's like a cabinet door closer piece, or that little rubber piece that's on your cabinets that stops them from slamming shut. It's on the glove box because I had movement, and notice when I push on it, I really have to push on it hard now to move it. It's because I got noise out of that. I could kind of hear it rattling a little bit when I'd go over bumps, and not even bumps that were that profound, I guess. So my little fix took care of it. Some people had said, well, you should take it back into Toyota, they should fix it. Hey, it cost me less than $1. Matter of fact, I had the pieces laying around and no more than 10 seconds to fix. Just not worth it to me. So do what you like. It hopefully Toyota will make that little spring unit there a little more robust, I guess, so that it doesn't have that problem. As far as fuel economy goes, you might be able to see 17.6 miles per gallon average right now. It's actually come up a little bit. I was more in the 15-ish to 16 range at first. Now I'm at 17.6. So we're starting to get closer to where I would want to be. Honestly, anywhere between, probably 19 and 21 miles per gallon would be sufficient for me. I mean, it is a truck after all. It is a real mid-sized truck, not one of those micro or mini trucks. So I don't expect to get a lot better than that. And one thing I want to point out, this is not the hybrid version, right? And if you think you're going to get hugely better fuel economy in the hybrid version, you're wrong. That's really not what it's for. I'm not sure what it's for, honestly, but you'll get 1 or 2, maybe 3 miles per gallon more, and that's it. So to spend the extra money to have a battery and have a hybrid and any problems that go along with that, I just wouldn't do it. By the way, gas here, $2.64.9 a gallon. Gas here is really pretty darn cheap. I know when I was in Ohio, we were pushing $4 or even over $4 a gallon. So I'm very happy about that. Doesn't cost me as much to drive the Tacoma here as it would north in Ohio. Anyway, that is a look, kind of a POV view, I guess, of what it's like to drive the truck. I love the truck. It's awesome. There's really nothing else. I've kind of mentioned, the Colorado, and I love the looks of the Colorado, but there's really nothing there to gain for me in going to anything like that. So we're not looking to trade anything out. I wouldn't go back to the 3rd gen, not because there's anything wrong with the 3rd gen. It's just that this truck, in my opinion, is a step forward. It's better. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Look like something you'd like to drive if you don't have one already? Or what do you like most about yours if you do have one already? Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.